What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here this morning getting my 10,000 steps in. I'm getting an early jump on it today. It's cold. It's snow. Another Detroit morning. I hope you guys have been doing okay wherever it is that you're at. I know that here in the Midwest, we've been getting a bit of the cold stuff, but it's been places that don't normally get this white stuff that have been getting it. What's that about? So wherever it is that you're at, I hope you're getting along just fine. If you're in one of those areas that don't normally get this white stuff, you probably wondering what in the hell has been going on. And I feel that. But let's get into this story here. I've held back on talking about it because I was just waiting on more details to, become public. But this is something that I learned a lot about before the news really threw all the details out there. And it's the woman who she abandoned her kids in Pontiac. For those of you that don't know, it's Metro Detroit, suburb, or if you can even call it a suburb. But it's in Oakland County, which is a well-to-do county, I believe. To my understanding, it's the wealthiest county in the state of Michigan. I used to live there. I really enjoyed my stay in Oakland County. I lived in, for those of you who know, I lived in Royal Oak before. I lived in Royal Oak twice. Loved it both times. I would have no problem. As much as I love the city, I would have no problem moving back to Royal Oak if for whatever reason I needed to relocate and go out that way. But she had 3 kids. I believe it's a boy and 2 girls. And she's left the kids there for years, just dropping off like a loaf of bread or something once a week, and they got to survive on that. It was the craziest thing. Now, before the news made her name public, and I'm still not going to drop her name, but the information is out there. But before it became public, I did a little bit of light detective work to find out stuff. I found her Facebook page. I found out what her name was. I found out what the address and street of the house was. It was just crazy, man. Especially when I looked at her Facebook, February 5th, she made a post about some food drive or whatever, giving away food. And just knowing what we know now, when you look at that, it's like, what? So 2 weeks ago, less than that, because this got discovered on Valentine's Day. So 9 days prior to when your BS got uncovered, you pushing for people, like you a good Samaritan, you pushing for people to hit this food drive up, spread the word and all that. Meanwhile, your kids is at home starving, never seeing their mom. Now, initially, the estimation was that they've been there alone since like 2021 or 2022, but now they've updated that. They say that they've estimated when she first went on her BS, dropping off cleaning stuff and bread, June or July 2020. Y'all, it's February 2025. So this was inching up to 5 years that she been doing this. That's insanity, man. I feel for the kids because they are not only innocents in that, but man, how will they ever be able to function? I mean, this was a traumatic experience. There's no way to undo this. There's no way to forget this. There ain't no amount of putting this behind you. They are forever scarred behind this situation. And as I describe this detail, I'm gonna try to keep it together, y'all, because when I first heard this, it hit me hard. They said the boy went outside twice Once was to get the mail, and the other time was just to touch the grass. He wanted to feel the grass. Man, whoo, that one hit. That one hit for a few reasons. You guys know I'm a dad, so that hit me for that reason. And also, y'all know, your boy is outside. I get outside. I touch grass daily. I love getting outside. It's just part of who I am. And things that we have just easy access to, like every day, we tend to take for granted. The freedom of just going outside. Now, you could say they had the freedom of going outside too, but not really. They were given instructions not to go outside. He went out there to touch the grass once in almost 5 years. So, no, they were prisoners in that place. It's just crazy, man. And just, you look on her Facebook, because as I said, I looked on there, and you know, she got pictures up there being a thought. I mean, this is just crazy. Where is the father or fathers? How is it a situation that your kids are living like this and you don't know about it? The house was nasty. It was trash and feces and more trash, and the toilet was no longer operational. The toilet was no longer operational. The bathtub was filled with feces. You see, there's stains and stuff on the wall. The kids, obviously, they weren't bathing. They were nasty. They were sleeping on pizza boxes. I mean, this situation, it sounds nightmarish. It really does, man. It sounds nightmarish. How in the world can you leave your kids in a situation like this? Now, you know, I try not to judge. I try to just, you know, give y'all my opinion, this and that, and not really judge. But it's hard not to judge on this one, man, because how you out there being a thought for whoever, and you know full well you got kids at the house. Obviously, they were paying the rent, but then they stopped, because that's how this whole thing became unraveled. You got kids at the house. You're aware of it. It ain't like you ever forgot that you had kids, because you paying the rent for them to stay there, and you making a effort, a little one, to go over there and drop something off to them for them to eat. I mean, surviving on bread and whatever else, that's just crazy. I mean, obviously they were getting pizza or something here and there, because that's how they got the boxes that they were sleeping on. But it's just insane. How this whole thing got uncovered was that the landlord stopped getting rent from her and realized that he hadn't seen her, and did a wellness check. Called the police, just do a wellness check. It wasn't even no ill stuff. Just like, hey, is she okay? I ain't seen her in a long time, and now rent done stopped. That just goes to show you, long as that rent check is coming, most of these Detroit area landlords ain't gonna bother you. Long as that rent check is coming, I don't need to see you, you don't need to see me. It's crazy. And you know, this is just me kind of like breaking the ice in a really serious situation. But you got a situation where if the rent check didn't stop coming, it still wouldn't have been uncovered. The rent check stopped coming, and now you're concerned. Oh, is she okay? Okay. All right, sure. But nonetheless, I'm sure that the police, when they went over there checking, they just could not have been expecting to get this out of a wellness check. And here's the kicker, and I'm gonna let y'all go. When the police came knocking, the son, because the son is the only one who had contact with the mom. She would not talk to the daughters. I have no idea what that was about. She would only talk to the son. The son contacted her and told her the police was there. The trifling ass mama told them hide. So they go running, hiding in the bathroom, I mean, this is just, you could tell that these kids, their mental development is just all messed up. Because why would they think if the police come in and they hide in the bathroom that the police wouldn't check the bathroom? You know, this is not only is this the thoughts of a kid, but these are the thoughts of kids. This is the rational thinking of a kid, or lack thereof, that is in a distress situation. The mom told them hide. Now, how did she get discovered? And I know I said I'd leave you guys with that, but we'll touch on this one last point. People on Facebook, because if she wasn't thotting on Facebook, people wouldn't have knew where she was. People on Facebook who follow her and knew her dimed her out, as they should have, right? But that's how she got caught, because she was staying somewhere else, obviously, all this time, probably with some YN. This is just an insane story, man. And it breaks my heart to have to report stuff like this happening in my city and surrounding areas. But 2025 is, for my city, it's been some weird stuff. I don't even like talking about bad stuff in my city, man. I like to highlight the good, but you got to keep it a buck. When you celebrating the good, you also have to hold accountability when it comes to the bad. So I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what you guys think, though, man. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.